Welcome everybody, this is Solomon. I wanted to thank everyone for coming through to the channel to check out your weekly readings and your monthlies, and thank you for being patient with me. It's not very easy for me to release these videos either on time as soon as I would want to, or as often as I would want to, with so much activities going on in my life right now. I'm trying to do my best to get these videos out. So this is another week where I will be choosing the preference of shuffling the cards off camera. So if you do hear the clicking noise, that's what I'm doing. I'll also be offering some astrology aspects as to what energies some of you may be actually facing this week and throughout the coming month. That'll give you an indication of what's possibly going on around you, while you may be feeling the upticks in energy or not. And because these are general readings, you can always check your moon sign, your rising sign, or your ascendant sign. The ascendant and the rising sign are pretty much the same, and you can either check those videos out because they may speak more to your situation than your actual sun sign might. I'd also like to give my appreciation to all of the comments that you have left, and even though I'm not able to respond to all the comments, I try not to do that, because if I'm not able to respond to everyone, I try not to reply to anyone, to not to make anyone feel like they're ignored or slighted in any way. That's just how I do this. So if you have any questions about things that are going on with the channel, you can email me, or you can send a message through my website, Psychicloveheals.com, and then you can I can respond when I get a chance to. Other than that, I do pay attention to the comments just in case there's something I need to be made aware of, and I want to give my appreciation out to you. And even though I would like to please everyone with their specific preference of how I shuffle the cards or release the videos, I can't actually do that. I can only go by how I feel that they should be released that week, and I do hope that y'all actually appreciate the releases and they bring some clarity to your situation with what you're going through. Alright, so lots of love to you, tons of light, and I hope that you have a great week. Welcome, Taurus, to your weekly reading for the week of May the 22nd to the 28th of 2017. So this week, Venus and Mercury moved fully direct out of the shadow phase this past weekend, which clears up some energy with love-related issues, finances, and uptick when it comes to communication and travel. And this week, the Sun and Mars will be in Gemini, activating intense energy in your second house of money, possessions, earned income. You are already financially focused, so this will be an increased energy or activity around those type of things. All right, so let's get into what's going on with you for Monday and Tuesday for this week. Okay, energies for Taurus for Monday and Tuesday. And Monday and Tuesday, the moon will be in Aries, and that's activating your 12th house of secrets, sorrows, closure, sleeping, resting, recharging at times. So those are that's that energy. So let's see, Monday and Tuesday for Taurus. You have the 7 of Pentacles. Monday and Tuesday. We have Justice reversed. Okay. We have 4 other cards that wanted to pop out. I didn't even get a chance to finish shuffling. They kind of just stopped. So we have the Page of Wands, the Magician, the 8 of Cups, and Temperance. So it does look like that either someone has been dishonest with you, either some of you have been dishonest with another person. This could be dealing with this is a Sagittarius for some of you out there. Could have been dealing with a Libra, an Aries, or a, well, I think I already said all of the fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and they are here. So it's like for some of you, you're searching. A new beginning is here for some of you right now. Either you're waiting for a message, a call, some plans to come through. This injustice or imbalance here, sometimes this can be like codependent energies, in a relationship where there needs to be balance. You need to recognize the potential baggage that can be brought into a relationship where you're doing so much, you're helping your partner out so much, and it's not coming back to you in an equal way, or there's not enough effort being given on one side or the other. You know, things are just kind of off. You know, there could also be legal issues that some of you are dealing with, you know, pending divorce cases, pending child custody or court matters, or anything that's going on. You know, this kind of wait and see approach, because, you know, there's this, you know, a phone call maybe coming through that you're waiting for plans to come through. You know, you're searching to move, to relocate, to start something new, to communicate, but it doesn't happen just yet. So emotionally, you may be a bit distraught, you know, a bit angry. You know, then you have to kind of move on from a situation before you lose your cool. You're having to tap into, you know, your spiritual aspect. You know, try to rest, you know, meditate, you know, try to breathe and kind of wait things out. The Temperance card is there with the Seven of Pentacles. They both remind me of each other, where, you know, there is some disappointment. You're just trying to rise above situations where you're feeling provoked, or if you're feeling slighted, or there has been lies or deceit that's been going on. Sometimes this is clearly manipulation possibly going on from either individual. Again, children could be in this equation. There could be issues on the job that some of you are dealing with, where there has been some underhanded tactics going on, people taking advantage of you, you taking advantage of someone else. It just depends. But I do feel like for some of you, you're moving on from something emotionally that has been in the past. I feel where justice is in reverse. That's in the past, and you're looking and possibly thinking about those things, those resentments, and figuring out whether or not you can trust this person to reconcile, or you can trust someone now because you've been hurt in the past, and wondering whether or not you can open up to someone new. So it's like getting yourself together in a way before you actually open up. Maybe you have not told if this is a new romantic partner, you have not let them know this, that you're still going through some healing pains or whatever it may be. So you're just trying to gather yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're waiting on something, you know, just maybe so that you can just breathe a little, you know, maybe interact with others on a more emotional level. Maybe you're not ready for that quite yet, because of maybe dealing with this Libra or whoever this person may be, this fire sign energy. They are right next to one another for some of you, and maybe some of you are moving towards maybe another fire sign or someone else. This could be travel, maybe a road trip, but also maybe just trying to get out and about in nature to gather your thoughts and energy. So, you know, with that 12th house being activated, you know, this is that time to rest and reflect, with that 7 being there. Okay, so that's for Monday and Tuesday. And Taurus, for the energy Monday and Tuesday, that the total of the tarot spread did add up to a 5, which is about conflict, loss, and change. So definitely some conflict brewing, or has been going on around this time, because of that Justice card in reverse. Just watch the things that's coming in, maybe via text, or that you're sending out, or whether you're communicating with your partner. These could be, you know, something that's not quite right. And it just depends, because, you know, that's the karma kind of card, where you're putting energy out. You don't want that to come back in a negative sense. So just watch those kind of energies. All right, so these are going to be for Wednesday through Thursday, as the moon will be in your sign, Taurus, dealing with your first house of self, your likes, your dislikes, changing some things that you want to address about yourself, your situation, just an overhaul. All right, so self-evaluation. So let's see what's going on with you Wednesday and Thursday for Taurus, May 22nd to the 28th. Taurus. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. I'm gonna do one more card. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So some may be dealing with Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or another Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But I do feel like a lot of attention. Again, remember I was saying focusing on yourself around this time. The planets are pulling you to, you know, be focused, to be driven, to be determined. All right, where the Eight of Pentacles is there, a lot of hard work, ambition, you know, focusing on the home after you get off work. Maybe you're focusing on sprucing up the home, helping the children out, your family members, friends. There is, you know, love in the air. New friendships are brewing. You know, this could be the birth of a child. You know, creativity while you're at home. Could be working on a home project or whatever it may be. But I do see the Four of Swords as contemplation, thinking about this new love interest for some of you who are moving into new territory, new commitment of some kind, maybe working on yourselves right now so that you are financially stable before you move into this new love life scenario. I can kind of see that there's possibly two people working, you know, two people are focused right now. That's what's possibly breaking you two apart, because there's love right there, you know, on both of your minds. That's what I kind of see as you're thinking, almost like a cartoon in a way. And, you know, while you have your head down to the grindstone getting things done, you know, it doesn't mean that you're not thinking about one another, but, you know, on the contrary, you very much are. So there are definitely some new beginnings there. So you have 8, we have 4 here. So about stability, structure, planning, and something that you're trying to get together for a lot of you. So I feel like you're, again, trying to build yourself back up, your self-confidence, you know, you time. And I did want to wish all of you a happy birthday that just passed. If you celebrated it, now you're possibly still recharging. And you know, just a busy time around the home. So be prepared and open to those energies with that self-improvement. But love is in the air. Either you're around it, someone is reaching out to you, you're thinking about making that approach. Usually this is a time to reach out for that opportunity. Don't allow it to pass you by. This is a good time to be creative, to communicate, to be open to, and not just allow it to just, you know, sift by. This opportunity is there, so be open to it. Don't be you know, hard on yourself, or don't be too strict on your potential partner right now. And if you do need some time, you know, let them know, because I feel like you will want that same kind of energy of explanation on the other end. So that is Wednesday and Thursday. So Taurus, for Friday and Saturday, and into some of the energy for Sunday, the moon will be in Gemini, and that's activating your second house of money and possessions, earned income, how you spend and make money, or complaints about what you own. All right, so let's see what's going on with you for Friday and Saturday. Energy for Taurus. We have the Emperor reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Four of Wands. So definitely, possibly, some of you are dealing with an Aries. Others of you are dealing with a possible fatherly figure, someone who's very demanding, controlling, very strict. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to hear your side of the story. They don't want to, you know, they're very forceful at times, and this could cause a lot of resentment. Maybe they are emotionally detached from you right now. This is possibly the energy that some of you are giving off towards your romantic partner, who would like to be around you, but right now and again, you're really not wanting to or desiring to connect at this time. So you're embracing your independence. You're focusing on yourself. Your money gains again are coming through, and this is possibly making you happy as well, because you're possibly thinking about this person. Someone may have ulterior motives, hidden agendas, and they may not necessarily be that bad for some of you. It just depends on your situation. But I do feel like it's possibly a cat and mouse thing, a teasing kind of thing for some of you out there. This can be an extreme for some, and it could be in a negative or a playful kind of thing that's possibly going on, because the Nine of Cups is there. So this is often meaning because someone may be irritating you in a way, or you're irritating someone else, it doesn't mean that connection is still not there, because you do have the Four of Wands there. So this is commitment, playfulness, marriage, the home environment, communicating around the home, you know, stability and emotional support you know, being happy and satisfied in some way, even though you could be separated from this person. If they're keeping restrictions between you and them, or you're doing this to someone else, but you may be around someone, or you could be around them and be satisfied in some kind of way. But make sure that you're still focusing on you. You know, a very communicative time with the moon being in Gemini, you know, bringing out a lot of communication, especially when it comes to your finances, thinking about ways to maybe move. Some of you may be traveling, relocating, fixing up the home. And this could be that kind of energy. Maybe if you're with your romantic partner, maybe they want the home, if it's a new home, you know, maybe they want it a certain kind of way. They want to arrange things how they want it and not how you want it. So you may need to compromise with them. And maybe, you know, they want that control at this time, and maybe some of you will oblige. So let's see what this is adding up to. So we have 9, so we have 26. So this is 8. So it's about movement. Some of you are moving. You know, you're making an emotional change, trying to move away from some baggage that you have been dealing with, and embracing some positive energy. So that 9 of Cups is a beautiful card to see, with the 9 of Pentacles there, and the 4 of Wands. Abundance, purity, satisfaction in some kind of way, but maybe some frustrating energies with that the Emperor there in reverse. So that's for the weekend. I do hope that these messages resonated. Now, you know what, before we finish, I do want to pull out at least 2 cards from the Romance Angels to see what some advice they may have for you. All right, so Romance Angels, what are some messages for Taurus for the week of May 22nd to the 28th of 2017? Energy for Taurus, Romance Angels. So we do have a couple of cards that popped out, and I'm going to just run through those. There's a lot of cards, but they just kind of popped out. And it says, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally, paying attention to red flags, attraction, new love for some of you out there, deciding what you want, as you do see very soon here, unrequited love. So that means that some of you have moved on from a past love or a situation or marriage that didn't work out. You do have true love here, soulmate. So this is someone that you may have fallen for, that has fallen for you, and you may be questioning that connection, but it is there. You have release your ex as well as romantic feelings. So again, I feel like there's transition for a lot of you out there, especially with all of these cards that are showing up. Even though there are a lot of cards, there's a clear message here that there's some kind of renewal for some of you, but there's this passion with someone new possibly. All right, so those are energies for this week. I do hope that these messages resonated. If you would like a private reading, you can email me, or you can go to the website and see what options are there that you may want to take up on. So lots of love and light. Have a fantastic week.